Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Dandadan, season 2, episode 18. And it's just probably one of I would say probably one of the best things that happened in this series. I'd probably say one of the best things I would say. Well, because now after the last episode, after the singular drop of soy sauce that just made Gigi boom turn over into evil life, flipping everything, and now into this is causing more just basically just cause probably say like I was gonna say half though, but a significant amount of damage to their house, right, to Momo's house. So they have the so now they have the so now grandma Momo's grandma just calls in some more experts, and at first Momo, Akarun, and Ira just looked at them because it turns out they're a band. They're actually a music band that does exorcisms. At first we get the first impressions because they said their gear like the strings are falling off their things. They're just so out of tune. They just first of all they just perform. They start up just as horrible as you think they are, because of how they are and the way they look, right? So you think, oh, these guys, they're so terrible, and but when the exorcism starts, when they once again they have Gigi in front of that fire, right? And then all of a sudden these guys is all of a sudden they just perform like they're pros now, because they got lights. They're performing like it's a freaking concert now, because we get these spirits like as audiences as the sides of them, and we get from we see Momo, Akarun, and Ira, doing the whole, with the head web lashing of the head, right? Like you do in rock concerts, like I mean, they all just do, like, even the grandma, she's doing the thing with the whatever that she is part of the ritual, right? She's doing this too. I'm like, I just see that. I'm like this. I'm like, can't this show does not know how to get any more funnier, and even better for me for this, right? So they're performing excellently. They're about to do it because we see Gigi doing the whole convulsing, about to get the spirit out of him, right? But Gigi pleads with them, says, "Hey, don't kill Evil Eye," because he promised to play with him, right? The spirit, right? Because he only wanted to play because he tells about, through what he saw in his memories beforehand, right? That he just wanted to go out and play with the other kids, and he was just an innocent that just been left there to starve, and so he promised to play with him. He's just an innocent, overall an innocent soul that has just been corrupted. Basically, I'm once again paraphrasing, but just tells him just all that, just don't kill him. And then Granny actually listens and puts out the fire, and goes and tells the band, "Hey, no more. You guys can go now, right?" And once it starts raining, the guys are like, "Okay, all right, let's hit the road." So yeah, after all of that though, there's just like nonchalant, like, "Okay, all right." So after all that's said and done, so Granny goes and tells Gigi, "Hey, well, even though Momo and Akarun still like a stronger in trying to help Gigi out though, but Granny tells Gigi that, hey, you need to learn, because you need to get stronger too, because if you want to do, you need to learn how to, censor yourself, right? And you can control yourself and keep this spirit in you self-contained. Because even if that does happen, that way he doesn't have to, every time cold water falls on him, he doesn't have to lose control, right? So he has to learn how to get strong and try to self-contain himself. Restrict himself. And so after that, though, since it starts raining, so they had to get a whole bunch of cardboard with tape and just fill in the whole big huge holes in the wall, the whole side of the house, because you could do to Gigi, right? A whole bunch of cardboard, and so he gets up to go to use the bathroom. Akron checks to see if anything's wrong. Tells him to wash your hands with hot water. Even Momo's like this, even half asleep like this. And even you get a nice moment with you get a really nice moment with Akira talking with Gigi because he sees Gigi in his shoes before, right? He tells Gigi because he kind of himself was kind of like in his shoes from before, and but like how he hadn't had no control and originally with Turbo Granny's power, and so Momo had to protect him, take care of him, and I felt like he's been a burden basically, and so even afterwards he tells her, hey, all the trouble here, he wanted to pay Granny. It's like, no, you keep it, after all the trouble he's caused. So he kind of Akun sees Gigi as himself from beforehand, So now it's his turn, his turn to protect Gigi, to straighten himself out too, right? So I do like the moment that Akun saw himself as a burden, like from to them before, and now the same thing was with Gigi. That was a nice moment there. And so afterwards, then Momo says that for help pay for damage, I'm gonna get a part-time job. Which I don't know how much money you make at a part-time job is like help cover the thousands of dollars in damage to your house, so so I don't know how much money that's gonna work out for. And then afterwards, like Momo's two gal friends, right? Gals, like if you see how gals talk in shows like my first girlfriend is a gal, or even sometimes how the way Marin Kitakawa talks sometimes in My Dress Up Darling, that gal persona, right? But so two of her gal friends, they say that Momo has a part-time job, so they're basically dragging him. Well, first they didn't tell. Well, he doesn't know that though. So the girls are gonna say, "Hey, let's go out to get some tea." And Ogren's like, "Wait, is this a date?" And they're both dragging him. He's trying to hold on, and they're both dragging him through the streets. And he's sitting there. He's holding onto a lamppost, and they're pulling him until they take him to this maid cafe. And guess who's working there? Momo. Welcome back, master. And Agrun is very surprised, and we see Momo feeling very embarrassed that she's wearing this outfit in front of Agrun. She's like this. I don't know what's gonna be the thumbnail. You probably will see from the thumbnail on the screen though, but it was either the thumbnail of that though, because I thought that was very well, because the show Momo's more embarrassed in front of Akarun, or the punk rock band Exorcism. I don't know, but you'll see my decision once you see the thumbnail on the video here. But there's like she's just so embarrassed because she's wearing this outfit that's like not suiting of her character, and her friends drag Akarun in this, and he sees her in this outfit, and that's why she gets all embarrassed about. So I thought that was hilarious. That's like one of the best I've seen in the show. It's the punk rock band. First, I thought that was so horrible, and now they're just pro tour bands. A pro band, right? And then we get to see what Momo in this embarrassing maid outfit because she's working for a part-time job, and so I don't know. It's just like that's one of the best I've seen so far in this show. So, but yeah. So this show has been absolutely fantastic once again. I love this show. I love season 2. It's been proving even better than the first one. Just like how with Soul Leveling and Go Loser Ranger, says season 2 has been proven to be better than the first one. So, but I really love the show, and this episode has been great and hilarious. Never failed to make me laugh, never to make me impressed. So this has been it's been very fun. Another great episode. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you next time. Later.